So the question that we want to look at today is, do I first have to solve blockages or change my beliefs before I can manifest my goal? This is a question that I got asked this exact way from a member of my program, and that I also see in the community, that is being discussed. So people thinking that they first have to solve blockages, first have to feel worthy before they can manifest a relationship, first have to feel worthy before they can manifest money, they first have to change their beliefs so that they can believe that things are possible before they can manifest their goal. So do you actually really have to do that? Right? Do you really have to first solve it? And not, and you can already see the answer probably. I should have maybe hit that a little bit more. But my answer is no. Right? You don't have to first solve any blockages before you can shift in that state. You first do not have to change your beliefs before you can shift into that state. And I want to explain why. I want to back this up from my own experience and also from what members that adopted this new paradigm, when they've applied it, that they also saw, wow, it's not that I first have to work through this block and this block and this block, and then when they're all gone, then I can shift. Or I first have to change this belief, this belief, this belief, and then I can shift. Or first I have to make myself feel worthy, and then I can shift in being in this relationship, having this money. So here's an example, right? You desire more finances or you desire a relationship, but you think you can't manifest that before you feel you deserve it, which is the example I just gave, right? And here's the thing, right? This would imply that there are steps to take. This would imply that you first have to accomplish this, and then feel like this, and then dissolve this, and then you can go in your desired state. But we know with Neville's teachings, with consciously applying the law, it wouldn't make really sense to go through this, humanized way of very slow solving this, thinking there is something wrong with us, and first we need to let go of things before we can go in our desired state. So here's my take on this, because there are basically two ways. It's time for a short ad, because right now I am running my Christmas special offer, which is the largest sale I've ever done, where you can save $1,000 on my usual program price, and where you can also get a free one-on-one coaching session with me personally on top of that. This is only for 25 people, and this is only till the end of this year. So if that is interesting for you, then simply go to upgradeyourlife.com/Christmas or check out the link in the video description. And now enjoy the video. When you want to reach a goal, in my opinion, there are two ways. The first one is the human way, which means, you do things in steps. You first solve problems before you then have the solution. You go step by step, and you're working on getting the means necessary. So if I want to be financially stable, but I'm in debt right now, I first have to become debt free. Then I can learn about strategies. Then I can do this and this, acquire wealth over time. All right. So I'm thinking about the steps. I'm doing things chronologically. I'm working out a way. That's the human way, and that does work. But that would not be the way that I would recommend. That would not be God's way, because I am's way, right, imagination's way, God's way is going straight to the end. Right, the end is always where we begin. We dwell in the end and we hurt no one, like Neville Goddard said. And what that means is that when right now you perceive any blockages, or right now, let's just say you don't feel worthy, you don't feel like you deserve a partner, you don't feel worthy of that money, instead of first asking yourself, okay, how can I become worthy? Why not go to the end of being a financially abundant person, which also means that you must feel worthy. Otherwise, you would not, now see yourself as a financially abundant person. If you say, what's holding me back to feel financially abundant is first I need to feel worthy, then I can start to shift into financial abundance, into being in this relationship with this person or in general. But it's holding me back that I don't feel worthy yet. If you go to the end of now being in that relationship, of now having the money, that also indicates that you must also be obviously worthy of that. And you are worthy of every desire, right? I always say this in my program, is that your true nature is worthiness, right? Awareness is worthy of everything, because everything lies within awareness. Everything lies within your potential. You are worthy of every desire. Only when you forget yourself in the ego, in the thoughts, in the fears, in the doubts, in the stories that that are coming up, and you lose yourself in them, then there might be the story of I'm not worthy of this, which in and of itself is an appearance in consciousness. It is a cloud. But it is not essentially you. If you fully lose yourself in that story, then yes, you believe the story and you say, I'm not worthy. But when you zoom out, when you gain self-awareness, watch the video on the 6 signs of you awakening, where I say that the more self-awareness you gain, the more you will able to zoom out and not be so identified with whatever is appearing and arising in your awareness. let's get back to the main point, okay? So again, when you, and what that means, right, with the deserving things, since you are imagination, since you are awareness, right, why should you not deserve something? Every desire that is coming up is an unoccupied state which does exist. So only you're holding yourself back when you remain in the human way of thinking, I first need to do step, solving this, then I have the solution. Doing this, then I have the solution. But in your consciousness, in your awareness, the solution is already presented to you in form of the desire, meaning the desired state is ready to be occupied right now. You don't have to first do something, right? Let's just say you perceive blocks or you don't feel worthy right now. You are identified with that. Then instead of working through that, why not go to a state where you have what you want to have? Where this is no longer even a question if you first need to become worthy of it, because you now have it, which also means to you that obviously you're worthy of it, right? If you are a happy partner, then obviously you're worthy of love because you are already in this relationship, you're receiving love. So always go to the end. So this is when we come back to the question, do I have to first solve blocks and change belief before I can manifest my goal? I would say no. Obviously, some people won't really resonate with that immediately. Some people want to work a little bit through their blocks and through their limiting beliefs. I do get it. But still, for conscious manifestation, it is not required because you can right now go to the end. And remember, this is a key point. Your blocks, your beliefs, right? They are coming from your current state. They are alive in your current state. So when you want to change something, change on the surface, but you're still in your state, right? You are right now in the stage where those type of blocks, where those type of beliefs are even alive. So they will forever be alive in that state. When you enter this state that you're in right now, you will forever have those type of beliefs. When you go to a new state where you have what you want to have, where you are who you want to be, then out of this new state, you will have new beliefs in that state, right? Remember that your state is always like the core of like an onion. And then around that, you have your beliefs, your actions, your results, and all of that. But the core is always the state you are dwelling in. So leave your current state by assuming the desired state, and the blocks will fall away. If right now you say, okay, money is hard to get, I have a money block, I can't get money. If you start to, in your inner world, start to see yourself and identify yourself as a financially abundant person, then in that moment, while you're dwelling in that state, there is no longer the block of, I don't deserve money. You get what I mean? So it's really about going to that end that I wanted to, express in this video, and to not work through certain things. That's the human way, right? Doing things steps, solving problems. But we don't want to focus on solving problems. We want to focus on the state where the solution is in, because you can never solve a problem from the state that created it. So we have to leave the current state, go to the new state. And I made a video called Why You Are Stuck in Your Current Reality and How to Shift into Your Desired One. I will link this one above right now, where I also talk about this paradigm of not solving problems, but letting the problems be the problems in that state, and you shifting to a state where the problem no longer exists, where you have the solution. And that is I Am's way, right? Your imagination allows you to go above what is right now and to assume something that is not there, to assume the solution, although you have no proof for it. That is God's way, right? God selects. He doesn't, through pain and effort, work out a way in the mirror of life in the external world. No, God selects something new within, and then he lets it reflect. All right, so I really, really, really hope this makes sense. Please let me know in the comment if that made sense, because I'm explaining from my own experience. I'm explaining from my members' experience. I'm explaining from my observations. But it can be that, not everything clicks, or I might not be able to express what I actually want to share. So let me know if that helped, if that made sense, if you have any questions. If you want to take things to a new level, then check out my free masterclass. And if you want to work with me, have me as your friend, your mentor, your accountability partner in this manifesting journey, then check out my program and apply for a free call to see if you are a good fit. And that's it for this video, right? So instead of focusing on solving each and every block, why don't we just go and identify ourselves with the mask, with the identity, with the self-concept, with the state where we are who we want to be, where we have what we want to have, where the block no longer even exists, where we already feel worthy. And again, your nature is worthiness, abundance, peace, love. That is who you are. So you deserve of everything. It's only a story you tell yourself that I'm not worthy of this, from your upbringing, from your conditioning. So it's time to see it for what it is, which is a story, which is alive in your current state. And don't fight it, but go to a new state where this no longer is alive, which means to go to the end. Speak to you in the next one. Bye, guys.